I have got the secret to becoming a better mountain biker, and I'm going to tell the world about it.
Tell us, Martin. It's time to level up, and we've also got some EWS news.
Finally, EWS is back. That and much more on the Dirt Shed Show! Yes, welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with me, Martyn Ashton, and...
myself, Rich Payne. Hi, guys.
Oh, man. Rich, how are you?
I'm very well, Mark. How the devil are you?
I'm very good. It was fun to see you down in Wales recently, doing some videos near me.
Yes, mate, yeah.
We had a chance to actually catch up in person. It was amazing.
I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love seeing you like this, Mark. It's great. But I saw you in 3D as well. That was even better. It was nice to have a catch up.
It's very cool. And how did you find the riding in South Wales in the UK?
Beautiful. I've been to Afan Forest. We were in for the week, and it is lovely there. It's got such a wide variety of weather.
Yeah, it's a great. It has got all of the forms of weather, and they tend to move through the day at a vicious pace.
But luckily, the riding's stunning, so more than made up for it.
Yeah, it's great stuff. See you out riding there. That's cool. Mate, we have got a lot to talk about in this show. So I'm going to get us going with, have you seen this video by my friend Andrea, who is an amazing trials rider? It's called Always Late. Take a look at this, dude. Look at this riding. I mean, he's obviously not on your average bike. But yeah, I mean, he's got the skills. But this video is one of those ones that makes me think about how important trials riding and trials skills are to improving you as an overall mountain bike rider. Now, I go on about this stuff all the time, right? So I don't want to bore the world. But I think trials riding is the secret to becoming a much better mountain biker today. If you go out and practice some trials today, you will be better at mountain biking. Let's say tomorrow, you'll be better. What do you think?
Well, I mean, and you're definitely not biased towards trials. We all know that, of course. But I would agree. No, I definitely think that trials can teach you some absolutely great fundamentals and basic skills of mountain biking.
Yeah. I mean, you can see Andrea. I mean, he's taking trials riding to the extreme here, and he's being quite trials focused. But if you think about someone like, well, maybe the most famous mountain biker on the planet at the moment, Fabio Wibmer. I wish you were right. Fabio Wibmer. I mean, this guy has got the cash rolling in from all his YouTube glory. Well deserved, by the way, because he's a fantastic and creative rider. Right. But he started in trials, and he's mixed it with a really, really fantastic mountain biking base, because he also raced downhill and enduro. Yeah. So he's made his trials riding part of his mountain biking, and it means he can ride any bike anywhere. I mean, it's incredible. Trials really has got some fundamental skills that can make all the difference. I'm convinced.
That's true, dude. I mean, the guy has got some serious skills, hasn't he? And like you said, bring in elements of enduro, downhill, mixing them with trials. And don't forget, obviously, the OG Danny Mac as well.
YouTube
sensation.
Of course, He is, and it goes way back. Before Danny Mac, then you've got the Hans Ray, who was also like kind of the Danny Mac of the day. Trials riders have always had this ability to be very big names and big personalities within mountain biking, but I'm stripping this back to not necessarily about trials being the access to be the most famous and most influential mountain biker. Yeah. I'm thinking about the really basic skills that would affect every single mountain biker out there, whether you're a cross-country rider, you're a downhill rider, whatever. If you perfect just a few trials techniques, you're going to be way better. I promise.
Do you know what, Mark? I totally agree. Even as when I was learning as a kid, you'd be doing little back hops and track stands and trying to like go along skinnies and things like that. So it'd be really good for your bike control, your hand-eye coordinations. But Mark, what are possibly a few of these skills you reckon that are best?
Well, you touched on a couple of them there, right? So, okay, let's give you three 3 things to try, and that just trying them is going to make you better. The track stand. If you perfect the track stand, you're going to be a much, much better rider and much more confident. But even just starting to practice the track stand is going to make a difference, because you're going to have slow speed control.
Yep.
So the track stand is one. Figure of 8s, okay? Really small figure of 8 turns. Round, just you can do it on a flat, on a bank, anywhere you want. But if you try and do figure 8 turns, make them small as you can. Again, slow speed control. It's basically a little trial section, and you can make it tighter and tighter.
Nice.
And the smaller you get that, the better you're going to be. And then really simple movements with the front and back wheel, hops. So it can be rolling along, just hopping the front wheel up and down, getting used to lifting it.
Yeah, okay.
Same with the back end. As you do that, that becomes more advanced. But just those 3 things, track stand, figure 8s, and moving the wheels around with small hops, you're going to be a much better rider. It's really simple stuff, but it's going to make a massive difference.
And I guess you could combine those skills. So you could do like, I don't know, a figure of 8, track stand at one end, and then like hop the front wheel around to change direction and go in the other way or something.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, mixing it all up like that is great. But it can get really, really technical and difficult so quickly. So trials and be ready for getting quite tired. Track standing sounds like it's not going to tire you out. But when you're first learning, all of these things are really tiring. So it is going to be a physical workout too. So don't think it's a day off the bike. It definitely isn't. So there you are. That's the secret.
Excellent.
Nice stuff. I'm hoping all you guys are out there. Let us know in the comments down below if you've tried any trials. Also, do I go on about trials too much? Let me know in the comments down below. Be honest. I don't mind. I can take it. What else have we got to talk about this week, Rich? Because there's so much going on. I guess EWS. It's back.
So the first round has finally happened. Zermatt, Switzerland hosted it, and wow. I know. It's about time.
Oh, what a place, though. I mean, you've ridden there. What's it like?
I miss EWS racing. I'm glad that this is like the first big international race of the year for the mountain bikers, I suppose. We've had like French nationals and some Swiss nationals and various countries' nationals, but the first big international race has happened. And amazing. I'm stoked.
So good. Yeah, and it's so amazing that we feel so blessed here on GMBN, because we are now the home of EWS. This is where you can see all of the pre-track videos, sort of looking at the track before it all happens.
Yeah,
we've got the whole roundup on the
bike
weekend.
Setups, you name it, we got it. GMBN's the place for EWS now. It's cool.
So good to see the racing. But obviously, at this point, we're talking about it, and it's just about to happen. So the results are coming up on the news as we speak. But what would you say about the actual location itself, Zermatt? What's that place like to ride, Rich?
That is typical big mountain, wide open, flat out trails. You can have 10 to 20 minute long tracks, really, really rocky, real high speeds. You know, it's brutal on bike and body, and when you do finish it, you get some real nice Swiss chocolate. It's yummy.
Is that what you want at the end of a really long ride?
That's what I wanted.
Swiss chocolate, was it? I always think, because I've not been there, but I'm really hoping to go one day. Okay. But the Matterhorn, does it loom over you as much as it looks like it does really in the videos?
It's just. I remember one of the stage starts. You're there, perched on the start line. You just look up to the left, and although it's still a long way away, you're like, "Oof, this thing's pretty intimidating. It's a big old mountain." And actually, Zermatt also is actually a fairly high resort as well, so the altitude comes into play there as well. It's physical.
No, it's a great looking place.
It's going to be a tough one for the first round.
Yeah, excited to see it all happen, and it has happened. Like I said, the results on their way. I'll tell you what else we've got to talk about. Last week, me and Henry were on the show, and we were talking about I was asking how far's too far, and Henry gave me a really cool response to his style of riding compared to the sort of thing I would probably be more into, sort of shorter distances, fun-based rides, whereas Henry really gets an awful lot out of going out on like much longer rides, 3 to 4 hour rides.
Yeah.
And in the comment section, lots of people got involved saying they really kind of connected with what the sort of riding Henry was talking about.
They can relate.
Yeah, they were. I mean, for instance, got a message here from Craig Elliott. Says, love Henry's way of thinking. We're all different, thank goodness. Otherwise, life would be passionless and bland. I personally prefer the 50 kilometre to 150 kilometre ride, so big days. And this has a lot to do with the company that I ride with. Spending 3 to 8 hours sharing your suffering with mates is amazing. Now, that to me sounds like maybe a step too far, but it's interesting to see how different mountain biking is perceived by everybody, how we've all got a different view of what it is. Well, actually, Rich, you're probably one who's done a lot of big rides. Actually, you've done some big days.
I'm more of a fan of the medium days, shall we say. So like a good 50k ride would be I'd be content with that. And like an EWS, say, is a long day out, but the riding time is actually not huge, like the moving time, if you like. Whereas old Henner's there, he's a glutton for punishment, isn't he? Henner's loves the bloomin'. He'd sit on that saddle for hours, and oof.
He loves it. But thanks everyone for getting involved in the comments about that video, and make sure you do that again on this week's Dirt Shed show. But first, I guess it's time to dive into the news and see how that EWS went. What do you think?
Let's hear what went down.
Right, the news this week comes from Switzerland. It is the Specialised EWS, the first big race of the year. Of course, highlights yesterday were on GMBN, and I'm talking to Rick over in Zermatt. Rick, it was a pretty dramatic weekend of racing, weather not helping, but tell us what went down in Zermatt.
Well, we pretty much had it all, Neil, if I'm honest. Definitely one of the most stressful races I've worked on, but the good news was we did have a bike race. We had EWSE, of course, in the build-up, so there was lots of talk around that. And then the EWS itself, we had what can only be described as proper mountain weather, I think. We had snow covering half of some of the stages up top, wind, rain, riders sort of wrapped in several jackets all looking around. And it was it hung in the balance for a while, but we sent our intrepid, our very own Rory Cunningham, up there on an e-bike, and he rode one of the stages, and he said it was actually fine once you got into the woods. The weather wasn't too bad, so we ran it, and we only ran 2 stages, sadly, but we had a race, and the winners were none other than Jesse Melamed and Isabel Corderie, so good start to the year for them.
Yeah, amazing to see. Like I say, I saw some of the stuff on social of people getting dressed up with marigold gloves, full one-piece waterproof suits. It looked like a wild weekend. But yeah, we saw some familiar faces at the top. Great to see Jesse Melamed sort of hold it together for another race win. Also, Martin May's up there. Jack Moyer, that was an incredible result, actually. Something I kind of hope to see, but this is Jack's first ever EWS, isn't it?
No, he's done 3 in the past, but they've all been sort of dotted around the place at different years. But he's never finished outside the top 10, so it was going to be interesting to see if the change to full-time enduro would suit him. And I mean, the conditions were horrible. Zermatt, if anybody's ever ridden here, there's lots and lots of big, spiky, chunky rocks, and they were all obviously covered in mud from the EWS 100 race before the pros even got there. And we're just actually finalising the highlights video as we speak, and the pace he's going through those rocks is absolutely unbelievable, and looking very, very much at home already. And he sort of said himself that he travelled all the way from Australia, given the current situation, not no small feat, and he was here to race and have a good time, and he did just that. Martin Mays, he just looked sort of, I don't know how you describe it, like I think only 2 stages, second place. I think he was happy with that. I think the speed's there and he can take it into Italy for the next rounds.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, no championship to go for this year, so every round win is a big one. And yeah, congrats to Isabel Corderie and Jesse Melamed for those wins.
Yeah, and Ibis, of course, walked away with a teams win, so there's only one championship this year, as you say, and that is for the teams. just a word on Isabeau. She was absolutely faultless. You know, new bike, new team, riding a lot of Adrian Day, Nico Vulio, and she was just in a different class all weekend.
A bit of a disaster actually for Adrian Day, who suffered a mechanical, some sort of drivetrain issues on stage 1 and then a crash on stage 2. So he finished way down the pecking order, unfortunately.
Yeah, first corner. It's actually funny because Nico Vulio had a crash in the very first corner of the EWSE race as well. So, yeah, unfortunately Adrian didn't get away with his and tore the mech off his bike, so was left sort of running. And that was a real shame actually, because he is good in the mud. He really likes the mud. And that Lapierre looks like a serious machine in race trim. It looks very good.
Well, thank you very much, Rick. Of course, you can check out our full highlights. We've got loads of action from the weekend. We had the shakedown, of course, preview and highlights, and over on GMBN, some of the action from the EWSE as well.
Hacks and Bodges!
It's very hard to do.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do with the slight delay on a Zoom call, isn't it?
Do you want another attempt?
No.
No, I don't think they need that.
But I liked it anyway.
Thank you, mate.
It's good fun. Yes, it's time for Hacks and Bodges, as you've probably guessed.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool moment in the show because we're going to be giving away a GMBN race top, which is a pretty cool prize for whoever sent in the best hack or bodge this week. First one up, Rich.
Okay, let's see what I love these. Can I just say, this is one of my highlights a lot of the time, hacks and bodges.
I
love seeing what people have come up with.
Yeah, these ones are pretty clever this week.
Okay,
I like
go on, Mark, let's kick things off.
It's Nico to start with. He's got a bit of steerer tube cutting to do. He said, I had to change my fork on my wife's old Connor 63000, but did not know the
You didn't have the tool to make it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, to cut it straight. Had to improvise after using some sandpaper to smooth the edges. So he wants to get a really clean straight cut on his steerer tube.
Nice.
And he's basically used this set of I don't know what you call it. They're sort of in between pliers and mole grips.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what you
like
call
mole
them.
grips in there.
Yeah, and he's zip tied them closed, so they're
Nice.
going to stay in position, and use them as the edge to cut the straight steerer tube top, which is clever because they can. I've done those in the past, and man, they have been embarrassingly off angle. Oh, terrible. And it looks awful. You're so embarrassed.
That's
and
true.
I've done it on bikes that were so nice and did not deserve to be cut at the wrong angle.
Yeah,
But that's a good way to do it, isn't it? Clever. And we can all do that because we've all got a tool that's very similar to that. Set of pliers. Anything would work, but it gives you a lovely edge to cut along.
It looks like a nice finish has been left on that as well. So yeah, nice one, Nico.
Yeah. Well done, Nico. It's a good one. What's this one? Rich, what's this next one?
Okay, this is from Will.
What the hell's going on here?
Just give me a moment here because this looks like something from hospital. Right.
What?
I needed to find an easy and effective way of drying my hydration bladder after a ride to stop mold from building up inside. He came up with this idea. He made made of 2 new toilet brushes, a couple of bits of wood and some PVC pipe. So he's essentially, once he cleans it out, hangs it on these bits of pipe. I'm not sure what he does. Maybe hopefully uses a clean toilet brush to clean it out with, I guess.
He has emphasised that these are 2 new bog roll brushes. So, so basically, I guess he can hang a couple of bags on there.
Yeah.
If you move them around a bit, the mould can't
lets it air out, doesn't it?
Get purchase, and obviously the air can get out. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, right? I like it, but it looks
suspect.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Suspect. It looks a bit, like you say, it looks like it should be on a hospital ward.
Yeah, plus, you're going to have to be really careful that toilet brush don't get confused with an existing one or something, should we say?
Oh, no.
Because that's grim.
Why have you taken it there?
It can happen, Mark. I'm not saying it has happened, but it could happen.
Oh, this drink tastes funny.
Nutty.
Oh, God. Nutty. Well, Will, thanks for sending it in. It's a good one. Next up, we have got Arnau, who's on a Cannondale gravel bike in Spain. Wow,
yes.
This is quite This is quite the setup.
This
Look
is.
at those straps holding the forks. So basically, he's made a homemade roller system.
Yeah.
It's quite the contraption.
There's a lot going on, but I like the ingenuity.
It's the biggest bodge I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, but hang on. Think of the spoon again.
It's a massive bodge. Massive, but he says it works really, really well. So
hang on, let me just... This roller shot. I mean, it was built during the pandemic, he said, so in deepest, darkest lockdown. So needs must. Fair play, you want to keep riding. Using old hockey rollerblades and some aluminium tubes. He said it turned out really good. I mean,
you can't knock it. If it works, it works. It just don't look pretty, but he wanted to get some miles in and he did it.
Yeah,
fair play.
There's straps going on here, there, and everywhere. It's tied to drawers, but hey, it kept his legs spinning.
I would love to see Doddy's face looking at that. That would be hilarious. Oh Jesus! Who are we going to pick as a winner this week, Rich? It's quite difficult, actually. I think it's between Arnow and Nico. I like Wills.
Yeah.
But I think these two are next level. The first one from Nico's very simple and usable. Viewers can use that.
That's
a good idea.
However,
but then we've got Arnow. That's inspiring, but is anyone going to do that? Probably not.
I do like the levels he went to keep riding. That's quite cool.
You're giving it to Arnow, aren't you?
Can I?
Hey, it's up to you.
Mate, Arnow, congratulations. You are the winner of that GMBN jersey. It's winging its way to you.
Well done, man. Well done. Great job.
Yeah.
Thanks for sending it in. Thanks for all those hacks and bodges. We had a lot this week, actually, which is really great to see in the uploader. If you want to get involved in the show, it's really simple. Just head over to the GMBN uploader. Yep. The link is in the description below this video, so it's just one click away. It's on the screen there. And then you can upload your photos of your hacks and your bodges, your great sends, the unfortunate fails, all of your bike vault pictures. Send them in. This Dirt Shed show is your show. This is where you can be part of GMBN. We love seeing your stuff. So get involved. Send us some stuff. You might win something. You never know. And you might feature on the show as soon as next week. Who knows? These guys did it and it worked for them.
Yeah.
So definitely,
Good job, guys.
it's definitely possible. We have got lots to come on the show, including the bike vault. We've got the caption contest coming up. We've got everything you can expect on the channel this week. But now it is time for your fails or sends. Everyone get ready for some serious drama.
Ga je goed, René?
My goodness.
It never fails to amaze me
What
people send in.
It's incredible. There's some big sends there too. They're my favourites. I love it.
And some epic fails.
Some great stuff. Right, time for the caption contest. Here's last week's photo. This is a rather strange GoPro angle of me. I apologise, but look at those eyebrows. They are magnificent. Wow. They need some They need some love, don't they?
Gandalf called. He wants his eyebrows back.
Yeah, well, that's coming up. First caption from Tim Garland, who's a regular. He's always got a good caption for us. Says, Martin secretly enjoying his bar ends when no one is looking. Oh, Tim, come on now. That's a low blow. Literally.
Right.
Literally.
Next up, from Roland Bolek. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Oh, look. Young Gandalf goes mountain biking.
I do look like a young Gandalf there, and it's because the nose looks very, very big in that angle. It's such a horrible picture. I keep looking at it going, oh my God, it's
Don't
disgusting.
look, Mark.
Right, other than that, we've got J.A. who's saying, when you just finished that epic trail and realised the camera was facing the wrong way.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That's possible. That's possible that's happened quite a lot. It's like, oh, actually, I shouldn't be looking at the lens. Oh, damn it. That's a good one. Unfortunately, I was deliberately trying to get this shot. I was trying to capture the fear in my eyes as I go into a corner quite quick, but it didn't really work. Anyway, never mind. Got a good caption photo, if nothing else. I think we've got to give it to Roland, haven't we? Just for the Gandalf reference.
I like the Gandalf reference.
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so
compliment.
We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go with it. Yeah, I'm actually quite pleased to be referred to as Gandalf. How about you, Rich? Do you like Lord of the Rings?
I love Lord of the Rings. Hobbit. Do you like the Hobbit or Lord of the Rings more?
Oh, mate, I'm Middle Earth. I'm a Middle Earth man. I love it. It's all good for me, dude.
Okay.
I don't mind. Here is this week's Caption Contest photo. We are going to see if you guys can be a winner like Roland, who will be receiving a GMBN water flask for his caption. It's so easy to get involved. Give us a caption for that. In the comment section down below, and you could be next week's winner. And it will be a great chance for you to win a prize. That's some weird photo, though.
Get creative. More creative, the better.
Let's see what you come up with.
So, Mark, what have we got coming up on the channel this week?
We've got some good stuff. Starting tomorrow, how to ride scary terrain. That's something we all need to look at.
Yeah, too right.
That's good. That's a good video coming up, so definitely worth seeing.
Yeah.
But it's a big week.
It is. We've also got what bike should you use for adventuring? So, what should you use, Mark? What do you reckon?
I would definitely go with the Bowhead, obviously, because it fits me perfectly, but it is a perfect adventure bike. That's what I'm discovering of it. Actually, I think that's the perfect adventure bike, actually.
Finally, we've got also coming out, how hard can you push a fat bike? Part 2.
That's going to be a good...
Old Blakey boy, he's on one there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
That's looking like a good video too. It's another banger week on GMBN, so make sure you don't miss out. We've got some great videos coming out at the moment. Very nice, very nice. Right, it's time, Rich, for the bike vault. Let's get into the bike vault. See what everyone's riding at the moment.
Let's do it.
Right,
Hang on, I need the bell, don't I?
Oh yeah, you will need the bell.
Hang on.
You will need the bell. I mean, I've got the bike, so you got to bring the bell.
Done. Brought it.
Go on, give us a ring. Start us off. It's the worst sounding bell
It's not.
in the world. I tell you what, just a little secret for you, Rich, and the viewers out there. The bell has actually got a muffled ringer. It's got lots of tape wrapped around it. If you take that off, that is the loudest bell on earth. Don't ever take that off and ring it, Rich. It really is. It's incredible. It's a powerful, powerful bell that we've restricted. Right, moving on.
Anyway.
This is Alex's Scott Genius 950. It's in Prescott, Arizona, in the USA. And he's told us a little story, traveling across Arizona and checking out as many trails as I can before I head back to Texas.
Yeehaw,
That is cool. That's a
nice bike.
I really like the bike, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, it's nice. I'm a sucker for orange. So the orange pedals have immediately dragged my eyes in. I like it. It's nice. It's a very nice bike.
Nice one.
Yeah, like that. Could see a dropper on that one. Has it got a dropper on? Could do with a dropper.
I reckon it is. I think it's just slammed.
Yeah.
It's just a
If that wasn't slammed, it probably would have been a super nice.
And level pedals. That bugs me in pictures.
Yeah, there was a couple of little things, but the bike had everything it needed.
Yeah, it looks good still. Nice one, Alex.
Right, next up. Who's this from, Rich?
Damien.
Damien's
From
Trek.
Hidden Vale Adventure Park in Queensland. A Trek Marlin 5. Very nice little hardtail there. Just got back into mountain biking after many years off the bike and bought a new entry-level hardtail a few months back. A few upgrades he's planning soon, but hopefully actually upgrading onto a Trek Fuel EX. Nice one.
Nice. I mean, just casually lent up against a downed jet.
As you do.
I dread to think how that got there.
The pilot was too busy checking his bike out.
Yeah, I can't really imagine it got there for any good reason.
But it's not smashed up.
It's pretty smashed up, Rich.
Well, okay, all right, there's no wings on it.
It's got no wings, man.
Or windows. Or a door. So...
Yeah, anyway, pretty cool picture. It's nice. It's nice. We've got to stick with the bike, but it's nice. It's
nice one. Nice one, Damien.
Next up, it's another Trek. What is it? Trek Day. It's from Shaylin. This is a Trek Superfly. And this is in Nairobi, in Kenya. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nairobi? Yeah, in Kenya. Kitting my bike up for some nighttime riding. It's really cool. I like that. The effect the lights on the bike have made there has
pretty snazzy.
Quite an interesting shot. And that isn't enough, unfortunately, to take it beyond nice. It's nice.
I was almost reaching for it, but
no.
I actually had one of these at one point as well, but it's quite cool.
Yeah,
bike.
it's got to be. Oh yeah, look at this. A Ragley Marley from Lord.
Oh wow!
This is the Piranha version in Philadelphia.
Gosh.
Wasahikon Park. This Wasahikon Park.
I would have said Wissahickon.
Wissahickon. Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, Wissahickon. I'm sorry. I butchered that, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Lord says, hi, this is my new Ragley Marley, rebuilt just 2 weeks after I slammed it into the side of a SUV. I'm okay, just like bruising on the left arm. That's completely gone now, and the bike's looking great. Look at that.
Awesome.
Do you know what? I might have something really controversial to say about this, Rich.
Uh-oh. I was reaching. Go on.
Super nice.
Yes! I like the red and yellow. It's real nice.
I think a lot of people are going to disagree with us there, dude. Obviously, you'll be able to play along on our Instagram stories where you can decide whether this is a nice or super nice yourself. But we've put our vote in for it.
Haters going to hate Mark.
I like it. It's just it's sort of punk. It's a bit punk.
Yeah.
The old Ragley Marley. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? What have we got next, Mark?
We have got an Orbea Occam from Darren in Lagan, Wolf Tracks. This photo was taken on a recent trip to the excellent Lagan Wolf Tracks Trail Centre. Amazing views. It has got amazing views.
It has, yeah.
Looks like great terrain. I don't know, Rich.
I'm going nice, Mark.
Nice. Okay, nice.
I'm going nice because it's actually quite hard to see the bike.
You're right, dude. It's a nice bike.
But it is a very nice bike. I do love those Occams. They are bang tidy.
Yeah. Bang tidy. I like that. Right, next up we've got Samu's another Orbea. An Orbea Laufey 29.
Oh, okay.
It's the 2020 version.
Yeah.
This is in Turku, Finland. Shredding in an old wartime bunker hill that's got some lovely graffiti on it. The bike's a bit lost in that graffiti background, though.
It is, yeah. It's busy.
Yeah,
but again,
there's a lot to learn from this. There's a lot to learn from this week's Bike Vault selection.
Ooh, yeah, true.
You've got to get the photo right to get that super nice, because there's bikes in here that could get super nices, but they've not been presented right. So it's a nice.
It's nice.
It's another nice.
Nice one, Samu. Are we saying that more pictures need crashed aeroplanes in the background?
Yeah, maybe. Right, next one is from Fidel, and it's a Meta TR 2019. Customized with a Cane Creek coil, oval chain ring. Nice. Got some upgrades on it. It's in La Huasteca. Right, I'm going to get this right. I'm going to get this right. La Huasteca, Monterrey, Mexico.
Nice, dude.
Huasteca? Yeah, I'm
not going to attempt it. I'll be
La
honest.
Huasteca. Description from Fidel is: besides the joy and adrenaline of bike riding, we often have the reward of enjoying spectacular landscapes of the trails we enjoy when being out at the right place at the right time. And look at this view.
That's stunning.
There's filter on that, man. There's got to be filter on that.
The ground is very red also, but hey, Mexico's a pretty stunning place, isn't it? So
if that hasn't filtered, that is incredible.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
definitely
a sucker for those comments as well. So
I think we've got to go super nice and not be like.
I'm glad you said that, Mark. Phew.
Yeah, hit the super because it's got a lot going on, and if he's used a filter, well, you tricked us. It's done then.
Hustle.
Yeah, good job, Fidel. Like it. I'd like to go there. Next up, bit of black and white.
Right, yeah, Patrick with his 1994 Rocky Mountain Fusion from Berlin. Right, let's have a look at what he said here. I took the money for my driver's license when I turned 18 and spent it on this bike instead. Good choice. It's part of my life for 27 years now, and only 3 parts of it are left original by now. A frame, but not the fork, sadly. The seat post and the handlebars, which he shortened to 480. Other parts like the bottle snake bottle cage.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that little wraparound version.
Okay, yeah. Nog Ooyy bell.
An Ooyy bell.
Ooyy. Get out of the way, sort of thing.
Ooyy!
Ooyy!
Yeah.
Get out of the way. XTR
Like
cantilevers, XT crank arms, SRAM X9 mech, and shifter, Schwalbe Kojak 6, and a Syncross stem. I mean, look at that stem.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple of things to say about it. All right.
Go on.
Here's my view on this because I like this bike a lot. I do like a Rocky Mountain. I think the forks. It's a shame that the forks aren't original. That is a shame. And I would say it would be nice to see slightly gnarlier wheels on that bike and tyres.
You are harsh, aren't you?
I think you've taken the beating heart out of it a little bit, but it's definitely a super nice bike.
After all that, you're still going super nice.
I mean, dude, this is a heavy hitter. There can be a lot wrong with this, but it still be right. You know what I mean? I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I was about 8 years old at this time, so all right, well, fair enough.
This was in my entry point to being a pro biker, and these bikes were nice. And yeah, it's lovely, but there's definitely a way I'd like to see it. But the fact that it's there means that could happen, so that's a great thing.
And our only black and white picture this week. I like a bit of
black and white. Yeah, guys out there, if you want to get your bike in a bike vault, maybe try some black and white. Hey, why not? That was a very interesting bike vault because we had lots of great bikes, but the photos taken weren't quite presenting them right. So think about your shots, people.
Yeah.
Think about your shots. Great stuff. Rich, thank you for being part of the Dirt Shed Show again. Love having you on the show. It's great fun.
It's always good fun. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. What have you got coming up next in your mountain biking life? What can you give us as a little teaser to what we can expect to see from Rich in the future?
I have got a fair few bike packing extravaganzas planned. I'm not going to give away too much, but I've got some stuff with Blake. I've got some solo stuff planned. There's a few bits and bobs out there.
Yeah, and dare we say it, me and yourself have got a bit of a ride planned.
Fingers crossed. Weather permitting, isn't it, a bit?
Yeah, hopefully coming soon.
I know,
yes, it's been a great week on the Dirt Shed Show. Thanks for being part of the Dirt Shed Show again, you guys out there, and Rich. We will see you next week, but don't forget to give us a like and a love and a share on social media. Hit the old subscribe button so you don't miss out. And don't forget to head over to the GMBN shop because all of the great Stargazer series is out now. I'm wearing mine.
I know.
Just got his. Yeah. Don't forget to get those because they are going quick.
They are.
Don't want to lie. So do make sure you do that. And until then, we will see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.